Okay. So this is called the white charcoal drawing, and this prepares you for Scratchboard. Remember, everything that I'm having you guys do right now is preparing you to be successful and understand how to do Scratchboard. So I'm sorry if I've killed your soul lately with this directional cross-hatching. I feel like some people are getting a little discouraged from it. I'm really sorry. This one's really fun. It involves no cross-hatching, so if you don't like cross-hatching, you get a little break from it. But we have a little black piece of paper here, and we're going to be drawing in the white using white charcoal, okay? So it prepares you for Scratchboard by getting used to drawing the light stuff rather than the dark stuff, but it's not permanent. You get to erase it, so it's a nice little in-between thing. So you're going to get a black piece of paper, one of the little value images over there, reference images, and if you can see, I've already sketched it in pencil very lightly. I do not suggest just winging it, okay? Even me, I would not wing it. But can you guys see my pear's outlines in pencil? Okay, so start by sketching in pencil, getting an outline. And then it's nice to have your, sorry, my mic is kind of squeaky, but it's nice to have your charcoal nice and sharp, but you have to use a hand sharpener rather than an electric sharpener, okay? And then, pretty self-explanatory, instead of shading in the dark areas, I'm going to shade in the light areas. So what I had noticed about this picture is that the background behind the pears was one of the brightest areas. And that's going to help me define the edge of my pears. So I'm going to shade that. I'm going to start by shading in my background. And just like with a pencil, if you want to get the lighter values, I guess if you want things to start fading away, then you ease your pressure on the charcoal. So as it fades into the dark area in the background, I'm going to not press as hard. And you're practicing all the things we've learned in Art 1 for getting smooth, even shading. Going slow, so you have control of your pencil, maybe using little circular motions, okay? And again, if you want things lighter, I'm going to press harder with my white charcoal. If I want things to fade into the dark, I'm going to press lighter. Okay, and then you'll have a blending stump or a tortillon. These are really nice. They get rid of the texture of your charcoal. They just smudge everything down. One downside is it does make the values darker. So for the stuff you want really, really light, you can't blend. You just have to keep adding more layers. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the inside of this pear. So I'm going to start with my brightest areas, these highlights, and I'm going to press hard. And then around them, I'm going to press a little lighter. And then anything black, you just get to leave the color of the paper. Okay, and then I'm going to smudge. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that my pear might start blending into my background, so I have to ask myself, to get correct values, I'm constantly going to assess which is darker, the edge of my pear or the background. Yes, the edge of the pear is darker right here. So that means, wow, someone is calling me in the middle of class. I have no idea who that is. So I'm going to make my background a little bit lighter so that my pear can stay a little bit dark. Okay, and then your eraser works really well for this. So say I accidentally shade over my stem and I want that to look nice and black. Get your gum eraser. They're brand new, so they should have a sharp point somewhere. And then that's good for clearing out the charcoal completely. Don't try and blow off the stuff with your mask on. It doesn't work, as I've learned. And then say you want to fade, say I'm struggling with fading the light into the dark side of the pear. You can use your kneaded eraser for that, just kind of gently working that edge. And it's a nice way to just blend your charcoal into the black. Nice way to soften it. And then again, for any bright highlights, I'm going to press really hard, and I'm not going to blend those with the tortillon because it'll just blend them down. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, any texture? So like the ground right here, I'm noticing has some texture. I just didn't blend with the tortillon because that would just smooth everything out. Instead, I drew kind of like white lines. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it doesn't look good. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, so